gorgeous, welcome back to the makeup aisle. Today's video is going to be high-end products that I would suggest if you're starting out a makeup collection or you're trying to put together a makeup kit that has higher end products. So I'm going to start with foundation primer. I have oily skin, so for me the best type of primer is a mattifying primer. My first choice is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying. Just because I have the oily skin, I have tried so many mattifying primers. This is hands down for me my absolute favorite. I don't get as oily with this as without it. But if you have oily skin, I would definitely recommend trying this. When you put it on your face, it's almost like an instant drying effect, but not that it dries the skin out, but that it just goes into the skin. It doesn't feel tacky or anything, but it's so great because foundation sticks so nicely to this primer. So a definite recommend from me. Moving on to concealer, I actually have two concealers here. If you want less than complete full coverage and if you want really good thick full coverage. So an everyday concealer that I love is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless. It's really creamy, it blends out very well, it doesn't get crepey or patchy as the day goes on. I personally always set my concealer with under eye, like with powder. This concealer is just so nice, so creamy. The shade range is really nice as well. It's just a really nice everyday concealer if you just want really nice coverage. This isn't for me going to offer full coverage. I have very dark under eye circles, and even with corrector, this is not for me a very full coverage concealer, but it's a very nice everyday option. Now if you want full, just full coverage, you're going to want to turn to the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. I think everyone knows what this looks like by now. Everyone's been dying over this concealer. Like, this came in and just kicked the crap out of everything. This goes on so full coverage. It covers everything. It's amazing. But it's not heavy and it's not cakey. Even though it's like thick and creamy, it's not thick and creamy in a bad way. I believe it is an exclusive to Ulta in store and online. I don't think you can get this at Sephora, but you can get it on the Tarte website. They have also added new shades recently, which is really nice. For foundations, I have two kind of in the same line with the concealer. If you want an everyday coverage or if you want a really nice full coverage across the board. For everyday, my recommendation is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This is actually a really nice full coverage CC cream, but it's not a full coverage foundation. So you get a nice coverage with this for every day. But again, if you want something really full coverage, my suggestion would be the Estee Lauder Double Wear Makeup. This is such a great foundation. It stays in place. Oh, just like it says, it's a stay in place makeup. This sucker will last you hours and hours and hours. I have been on the fence about it because it is an expensive product, but once I got it, it quickly became like my ride or die foundation. It is gorgeous. If I only had this for the rest of my life, I'd be completely happy. Moving on to bronzers, I actually have two because they're almost, when you look at them and you see them, you're going to say, yeah, that's almost like everybody says that's a staple in anybody's makeup collection. The first one I have is one of the TooFaced Chocolate Soleil bronzers. I have the one in Chocolate Soleil, which is medium to deep. They also have, I think, a dark chocolate Soleil, milk chocolate Soleil, a couple of different ones. They really do have a nice range of bronzers available, and this is what it looks like. Just looks like a regular bronzer, but it's matte, which I love. There's no shimmer or glitter to it. It's just a beautiful bronzer, really nice on the skin, blends out beautifully. It smells like chocolate, so like how could you even go wrong with that, right? The next bronzer I have is Benefit's Hoola. This is something that everybody raves about, no matter what your skin tone, no matter how dark, how light, oily skin, dry skin, it doesn't matter. People go gaga over this bronzer. It's just perfection. A lot of people also use it, sorry for the lighting there, guys. A lot of people also use it as a contour powder, and I've heard people rave about that as well. So any one of these, whether it's the Hoola from Benefit or the TooFaced, like the Chocolate Soleil bronzers, any one of those is going to be a really nice bet for you because they're both really good For contour, if you want to do a contour kit, I'm just going to go to the original one that I can personally remember, which is the Anastasia contour kit. But the original powder is just so nice, and I love it because the little pans can come out, so if you use one shade more than another and that shade is going to finish first, you can just replace that one shade. I also love it because if you just want to take something out, like the banana shade, I have an extra banana shade and I have it in a small Z palette that I always keep upstairs in my bedroom because that's where I do my makeup every morning. But these are just really nice, really soft, really buttery, blend out very well. If you're gonna do it, you just might as well go to the original and do the Anastasia. She started it all with her contour kit, but it's a really good contour kit. And although others have come up and have been good as well, because I own a couple of different ones from different companies, this is still really good. It's not like this has become obsolete. So I think that that's a really nice first option for a contour kit. Moving on to highlighters, I have two highlighters. So the first one is the Mirror Luminizer from TheBalm, and I think most people know what that looks like. This is a highlighter that people say the name and you're just like, of course, because it's a beautiful highlighter. It's just gorgeous. Whether you're going to use it for highlighter, you can use it for eyeshadow, you can use it for your brow bone, your inner corner highlight, and you get so much, like you're never going to go through this compact, especially if you have different types of highlighters. You're never going to finish this, but it's definitely one of those staple products that you need to have in your collection. Even if you're doing a lot of drugstore items instead of high-end, this isn't too bad. I think this is like $24, and this again is going to last you so long. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette, and that's what it looks like. It's one of the Glow Kit palettes. I have been wanting this for frickin' ever, and I finally got around to getting it. Just how icy and gorgeous is that palette. I tried all the colors and I really was impressed with how they looked and how they wore. So if you have any of the other Glow Kits, like the original one, the Gleam, and another one which I can't remember the name right now, this is along the same type of formula. But the Moonchild Glow Kit I think is one that is absolutely beautiful. You're gonna definitely have this for a long time because even though the pans aren't huge, there's a lot of product there. I mean, it's a highlighter. How much can you use? But the fact that you can also use these as inner corner highlights or brow bone highlights is really nice too. So you can use this just like the Mirror Luminizer. It's like a multitasking product. Blushes, I also have two brands of blushes. The first one is the Lorac Buildable Blush. Now I have three here. I own three. There's like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them. These blushes, hands down, are some of the best blushes that I have ever tried. Pigmentation on these blushes is crazy out of this world. They last for hours. They are so beautiful. The packaging is nice and sleek, which I love. The shade range is really nice. So you have things like your pinks and your deeper mauves, your light mauves, light pinks as well, like this one. The second blush brand I have is NARS. NARS blushes, again, like the Lorac Buildable that I was talking about. NARS blushes are just great blushes. You have a lot of shade range. Some of them are glittery, some of them are matte. This one is Amor, and I have this, this is a matte blush. He does have some shimmery blushes. He has a famous orgasm blush, although some people hate it. Some people love it. I'm personally one, I don't like it because it's just too glittery for me. But the blush here in Amor is so nice. Pigmentation is gorgeous on this. The blendability is beautiful on this. The lasting power is amazing on this blush. So this is one of those where you're just like, yeah, everybody needs at least one NARS blush. So I can definitely recommend this brand with certainty because it is a really good blush brand. For eyeshadow primer, I have one. I have oily eyelids, so I have to really pick something that is going to be almost mattifying in a way. The Smashbox 24-hour photo finish is the one that does that for me. It really keeps my oils on the eyelids like completely at bay. They don't peek through. My eyeshadow looks to look really vibrant hours later. It's not like the eyeshadows start breaking down because of the oils or anything. This primer is just so amazing. I think it's like $20 or $24, but a little goes such a long way. It really will last you a long time. So if you have oily eyelids like me, definitely try the Smashbox 24-hour. You will not be disappointed. It is a great eyeshadow primer. For eyeshadows themselves, I have two different brands. So the first one I have is something that I feel that is one of those palettes that even though you can't get certain looks out of, you can still get a shit ton of use out of. And that is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Contour Palette. I think most people have seen what this looks like, and this is what it looks like. So it's like split up into quads. The colors on these, as you can see, very muted. This is a contour palette, so it comes with this cheat sheet. So it helps you to elongate your eye, make your eye look a little shorter, make it look a little wider, make it look a little smaller. And I love the fact that you basically contour the eye like you contour your face. So the second brand of eyeshadows that I recommend would be the Lorac Pro Palettes. And these are just the regular ones because they do have the Mega Pro Palettes. These, I only have 1 and 2. 3 for me just didn't speak to me, but I have not heard bad things about the palette. The shadows are still the same quality. Still lots of nice options with those shades, and the packaging is beautiful. It's like a cream color. I know people are like, oh my god, it gets dirty so fast, but it's really beautiful packaging. So this is what the one looks like if you haven't seen it. So you have really a nice abundance of shades, transition shades, highlight shades. You have a nice black, a blue there. So this is a nice basic palette as well to have in your collection. This is a really nice palette where you are going to get a lot of different looks out of this one thing without bringing other things in if you don't feel the need to. Then the Lorac Pro 2, we have a lot of grays, greens, a black, a pretty plum, a gorgeous navy, and a silver. So you see there a little cooler tone. This was actually the first one I got. I didn't want to get the first one, but then I kept looking at it and I'm like, you know what, let me get it. And I have gotten a lot of use out of it. Lorac shadows are some of the best shadows on the market. They're just really soft and blendable. Actually, I have 1 liner and 1 brow pencil to talk about. The first one, which is an eyeliner, is the TooFaced Bulletproof 24-Hour Shadow Liner. This is a fatter type of a pencil, but it's still really nice. It lasts forever. This thing is not budging. It's not creping. It's not flaking. It's not fading. It lasts all day until you decide to take it off. So moving on to brow pencils, the one that I like the best is the Anastasia Brow Definer. This is kind of the one that is like a triangle. I don't know if you're gonna get that really good there, but that's what that looks like there. I just like this better than the Brow Wiz. I think that the control is there. Just because the pencil is a different shape to me doesn't really matter. I just like it because it's a little easier to apply and to glide on the skin than the Brow Wiz for me. So the last 3 products that I have are lip products, and I love as far as lipsticks go, Urban Decay. Urban Decay has so many options when it comes to lipsticks. You have creams, you have mattes, you have like semi-mattes, you have shimmers. So I have 2 of them here. This is one of the ones where they came out with like the 100 lipsticks. This is a cream lipstick, and this is in Rapture. This is one of my most favorite lipsticks. I tend to put this in my everyday makeup drawer constantly because I just love the shade. It is a cream, as I said, so you are going to get some transfer. You are going to have to reapply. And then the second one I have, which is also just a regular cream lipstick, is the one from Gwen Stefani, which is called Ex-Girlfriend. I ordered the lip liner because I didn't have it. One of my favorite lipstick liner combinations is the Urban Decay Ex-Girlfriend from Gwen Stefani. But of course, they don't sell this line anymore, the Gwen Stefani one. They're really nice. They're long-lasting. For gloss, I love the Anastasia Beverly Hills glosses. Her glosses are so good. They're not sticky. She's got a lot of beautiful shades of the glosses. This one right here that I have is Metallic Rose. When I put it on the lips, it is so beautiful. And I sometimes just wear this alone with no lipstick. It is gorgeous. It feels beautiful on the lips, very hydrating. Yeah. So that does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my recommendations for high-end products if you're just starting out your makeup collection or want to add to your makeup kit. Again, these are just suggestions. They are so, you know by now, if you're watching this video, lots of YouTube makeup videos, there's so much makeup out there. It's just good to go out there, try stuff, watch other people's recommendations, see people's reviews. But Thanks again for watching. I hope this helped. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you click that little bell so you get alerted when I upload new videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and thank you again so much for watching and spending a few moments of your day with me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.